Hello everyone, thanks to the power of the internet, I get to talk with you all. And strides. We got some new ones for Chronojet and Messiah, but I don't know enough nor care enough about Chronojet to go over them. But I am a big Messiah fan. So we got two cards. We got Lady Battler of the Black Dwarf back. God, I've missed her. Generation Break 1. When it attacks, if you got a Vanguard with Messiah, grade 3 or greater, choose one of your other rearguards. It gets plus 5k. Pretty cool. And at the end of this turn, mandatory lock this unit. And, oh my god, I love this effect. Generation Break 3. When your G unit is placed, CB1, call her. Oh, finally. Finally, I don't need two Messiahs on front row and be worried about them being retired. I can just have two of them. Thwump, CB2, bring them back. I got Messiahs to countercharge. Oh, Lady Battler, thank you for diversity. But now, also, we now have the Noodle. We got Transels. Many of you probably don't remember, but those who do, the original stride was when it's placed on Van, lock everything that's currently unlocked and unlock everything that's locked. Normally, this would just be you don't have a field, your opponent does, Transels, lock their board. However, this new one changed a little bit. You don't need to discard Messiah for it. It's a GB3. When it attacks, Counterblast 1. Okay, everything's behind the Counterblast. Unlock all of your cards. So normally if you have Lady Battler and your other Messiahs, you probably have Awakening behind your Vanguard. That's all 5. Choose the same number of your opponent's rearguards as the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone. Lock them. So if you go immediately into Transels, that's 2, because you got 2 in your, G-Zone. And because this isn't in your G-Zone, but you can have it for GB3, you get a lock 2, meaning you can triangle lock your opponent, which is the 2 front rear and the 1 behind them, immediately going into this. But then also choose the same number of your rearguards as the face-up of this one, Transels, in your G-Zone, and they get plus 5k. So what this is doing is giving the deck a lot of versatility, and actually second stride to go into. And look at that SEC, so beautiful. So if we go over my original deck list, you're never going into Exile's Messiah because they messed up. This one should have been the free one and not behind Messiah, because CB1, unlock all your cards. Hey, stand everything up to the number of what you've unlocked, but hey, if you unlock, it's as stand. Thank you very much. That's a useless effect. You get a front, and this unit gets crit. They're most likely going to PG the Vanguard anyway, because it's too big and 3 drives. So this is just your flip fodder normally. That's going to get you from Amnesty, because Amnesty is so good. With CB1, turn a card face up. Any number of locked, unlock, choose a rearguard up to the number, and just 5k. So you can do plus 25, plus 20 off of this. So good. You're normally flipping that, but now that you can flip, Noodle Trans Messiah, you can lock yet one of your opponent's rearguards and give plus 5k for every one of these face up. So, you can Amnesty, flip Transels turn 2, go into Trans. Hey, you get plus 5k. Not bad early game, especially because don't forget Messiah Crest. Once you end your turn, everything unlocks, which includes your opponent's board, and everything unlocked gets bound. So while, Gear Chronicle decks everything, you are basically binding everything in Messiah now, and it's actually a pretty nice revelation. And I like the deck basically the way it is. 1 of the order, you can probably bump this to 2. Obviously, Regalia of choice is going to be Bracing Ladder Angel. What we can do now is, because we have a second stride, you're going to absolutely remove Messiah from the deck which means you can also remove Eagle, which opens up enough space to throw in about 3 Black Dwarf into here. I, myself, don't like running Seafred, but energy charge 1 plus 2k, and when another card is discarded from hand during your turn, you can remove this, bring it back to hand. I, for one, very much enjoy running Makani instead. Just because it's a rearguard, I can clean it up immediately to make room for, you know, a Sacrifice Messiah or what have you. And I'm not really worried about deck out, because I have Lyle, you know, Velta Rosa over here. Messiah is an expensive deck, mind you. You have Velta Rosa, you have her, your Energy Cycler, and then you have Marstogue. So it's very expensive. If you really want to see this deck perform, there's an official Bushiroad fight where I really support the deck they use. Because it's basically mine. You're having 3. You're running the Makane. There is one other keycard. Let me go find it. Is actually the effect front. Yes, they don't have any power. You're not using it for that. It's for the pure factors. You have a 15k shield now that immediately goes into your soul, which, if you remember, Messiah draws your card. Now that I found this, brought it to everyone's attention. It's not released yet, but it should be releasing at the same time around these. Messiah. There we are. What does Transels offer you? Well, if you're locking your opponent, that's more logs. And Grade 3 Messiah has this wonderful GB2 Soul Blast 1 draw a card every time something's unlocked. So you have your board of probably always 4 unlocking, so that's draw 4. Your opponent, you can basically Soul Blast 9. Draw 9. This is one of the most broken draw engines alive, considering your guard now fuels your draw. Which is why this gets you recursion, if you decide to run that. This gets you recursion. But the true reason I'm running Makani, because it just becomes Pot of Greed, because Soul Charge 1, throw them in, Soul Blast that, with your Soul Charged, draw 2. It just makes a lot more sense to me than get back 1. And this never comes out of the deck because you can Energy Blast. You never really use your energy anyway. Or you can even CB because counter charge always. So yeah, you can buff that to 2 if you want. Literally this list, if you just run with what you see here, will get you wins. People don't quite realize how strong Messiah is going to be going forward. You could run 4 fronts, which I recommend. I think that's what I'm running right here. Yeah. You could do 7, 4 of these, 3 of the one that go in soul draw. You lose your crit power, but still, it doesn't matter. What ulti? They're running Elder Breath. That's pretty good. I'm running purple ulti because it's just a free heal when you check it. And another attack if you need it. Because your board won't always be the perfect, like, 2 Arrestor, and Lady Dwarf. So always got to remind those. Currently, there is not a deck log for this because none of the cards are out quite yet in English or Japanese, so it's probably why I'll link this. But outside of that, I am so excited to play some Messiah coming forward. I'm not the biggest fan of strides, but if I have to be, this is my devil's advocate. This is the one I'm choosing, baby. So much fun, still plays the same exact way, but now you're just more consistent with your rear guards. Like, you no longer need Bracing Ladder Angel to protect you from Vargo. Why? 2 Lady Battlers, counterblast 2 when you stride. Hey, guess what? You can discard 2 of them for your cost of stride. Thwap them back down. The limitless potential. But if you made it this far, thank you for surviving past my ramblings. I haven't forgot about uploading. Work has just been a pain. It's no excuse. something I gotta work on personally. But thank you for watching, and please enjoy Messiah.